Transform your mornings. Transform your life. A Stoic-inspired guide to seizing your day. Imagine this. You wake up to the soft glow of dawn. Your mind sharp, your heart buzzing with purpose. The world is still quiet, and in that stillness, you feel a surge of energy, not just to face the day, but to own it. You're not just stumbling through another morning, you're stepping into a moment brimming with possibility. A chance to grow, to create, to take charge of your life in ways that make your soul sing. Sounds incredible, right? But let's be honest for a second. How often do you actually wake up feeling like this? If you're like most people, mornings are more of a battle than a blessing. You're probably dragging yourself out of bed, groggy, uninspired, or stuck in a cycle of habits that feel like chains holding you back. The truth is, how you start your morning doesn't just set the tone for the next few hours, it shapes your entire day, your mindset, and, ultimately, the trajectory of your life. Today, we're diving deep into a powerful, practical way to transform your mornings using wisdom from the ancient Stoics, thinkers like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, who mastered the art of living with intention. They knew that mornings aren't just about coffee and alarm clocks, they're about claiming control over your mind and setting the stage for a life of purpose. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear, actionable plan to make your mornings a game changer, helping you break free from the fog of routine and step into a life of clarity and freedom. And if this message resonates with you, if you're ready to take back your mornings and your life, do me a quick, free favor. Hit that subscribe button. It's a small gesture that massively supports the channel and helps us share this wisdom with more people who need it. Now, let's get into it. The morning struggle. Why it's so hard to start strong. Picture this scene. Your alarm blares, ripping you from a cozy dream. Your bed feels like a warm hug, and the snooze button is practically whispering, "Just 5 more minutes. You deserve it." Sound familiar? For most of us, mornings are a tug of war between comfort and responsibility. You might hit snooze once, twice, maybe 3 times, only to roll out of bed feeling like you're already behind. It's not just you. This is a universal struggle. But here's the kicker. Those early hours, before the world wakes up and the chaos begins, hold the key to unlocking your potential. They're your secret weapon, your golden ticket to clarity, focus, and control. Why do mornings matter so much? Because they're the foundation of your day. Think about it. If you start your morning rushed, stressed, or half asleep, that energy ripples into everything you do. You're more likely to feel overwhelmed, make sloppy decisions, or just coast through the day on autopilot. But when you start with intention, when you carve out even a small pocket of time to center yourself, you're not just waking up, you're showing up for your life. The ancient Stoics understood this better than anyone. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who faced wars, plagues, and endless responsibilities, still took time each morning to reflect. He wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." That's not just poetic fluff, it's a call to action. Your mornings are a gift, a chance to set the tone for everything that follows. The power of 1 hour, your personal oasis. Now, let's talk about something practical. Waking up just 1 hour earlier than you usually do. I know. The thought of setting your alarm earlier might make you groan. But hear me out. That single hour could be the most transformative part of your day. Imagine it as your personal oasis. A quiet sanctuary in the middle of life's chaos. No emails flooding your inbox. No texts demanding your attention. No kids or coworkers pulling you in a million directions. Just you, your thoughts, and the freedom to set your intentions for the day. What could you do with that hour? Maybe you spend it journaling, pouring your thoughts onto paper to clear the mental clutter. Maybe you read something meaningful, a few pages of Stoic philosophy, a novel that sparks your imagination, or even a single quote that grounds you in wisdom. Or perhaps you use that time to plan your day, setting clear priorities so you're not just reacting to life but actively shaping it. Picture yourself sitting by a window, a warm cup of coffee in hand, the world outside still asleep as you map out your goals. Doesn't that feel like a moment worth waking up for? The Stoics would agree. Seneca, another Stoic heavyweight, once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." That dread you feel about waking up early? It's just a story you're telling yourself. You imagine you'll be exhausted, grumpy, or unproductive, but the reality is far less daunting. Once you're up, moving, and engaging with your morning, that fear melts away. The act of rising early isn't the hard part. It's breaking through the mental barrier that says you can't do it. And when you do, you prove to yourself that discipline is freedom. You're not just waking up earlier, you're reclaiming your power to choose how your day unfolds. Why early mornings are a game changer. Let's get real. Early mornings are absolute magic. Those quiet hours before the world kicks into gear are like a blank canvas, waiting for you to paint your masterpiece. They're a rare moment when you can focus entirely on yourself, no distractions, no demands, just pure, uninterrupted time. This is when you can connect with your deepest goals, reflect on what matters most, and build habits that make you stronger, calmer, and more in control. The Stoics were masters of this. They didn't just stumble into their days, they approached them with purpose. Marcus Aurelius would rise early to meditate on his role in the world, reminding himself to act with virtue no matter what challenges came his way. Seneca would reflect on his mortality, using the morning to ground himself in what truly mattered. These weren't just rituals, they were deliberate choices to shape their minds and their lives. And the best part? You don't need to be a Roman philosopher to do this. You just need to commit to showing up for yourself, one morning at a time. So, what's stopping you? Is it the lure of your cozy bed? The fear of feeling tired? Or maybe it's the belief that you're not a morning person. Here's the truth. You don't have to be a morning person to make this work. You just have to be willing to try. Start small. Set your alarm 15 minutes earlier tomorrow, then 30 minutes the next day. Ease into it. Build a routine that feels good, not punishing. Maybe you start with a quick stretch to wake up your body, followed by 5 minutes of deep breathing to calm your mind. Maybe you write down one thing you're grateful for, or one goal you want to crush today. These small actions add up, creating a ripple effect that transforms not just your mornings, but your entire life. Your next step: make mornings yours. So, here's the challenge. Tomorrow morning, when your alarm goes off, don't hit snooze. Don't let that voice in your head talk you out of it. Get up, take a deep breath, and step into your day with intention. Use that extra hour to do something that makes you feel alive, whether it's reading, writing, meditating, or simply sitting in silence with your thoughts. Treat it as a sacred time, a moment to connect with the best version of yourself. And if you're loving this journey to take back your mornings and your life, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. It's a small action that helps us keep sharing these ideas with more people who need them. Plus, stick around for the rest of this video. We're about to break down specific Stoic-inspired habits you can start tomorrow to make your mornings unstoppable. Let's do this together. Your mornings, your mind, your life, they're all waiting for you to claim them. Are you ready? Your morning ritual. Small choices, massive impact. We've just explored how waking up an hour earlier can transform your mornings into a sacred space for clarity and purpose, setting the stage for a life you control. Now, let's dive deeper into the very first moments after your alarm rings, those critical seconds that can either derail your day or launch it with intention. Picture this. Your eyes flutter open. The world is still quiet, and you're at a crossroads. Will you stumble into old habits, or will you seize this moment to build a stronger, more focused version of yourself? Let's unpack how one simple, Stoic-inspired choice, starting your day with water instead of coffee, can spark a chain reaction of discipline, clarity, and growth. The morning wake up, a battle of instincts. Your alarm buzzes, piercing the calm of your slumber. You roll over, groggy, maybe a little grumpy, and what's the first thing you do? If you're like most of us, your hand instinctively reaches for your phone or your mind drifts to the coffee machine, craving that warm, familiar jolt of caffeine to kickstart your humanity. I get it. Coffee feels like a lifeline, a cozy ritual that promises to pull you out of the morning fog. But let's pause and be real for a moment. Is that first cup really what your body needs most? Or is it just a habit you've leaned into without questioning? Here's a truth we often overlook. After hours of sleep, your body wakes up dehydrated. Think about it. You've gone 6, 7, maybe 8 hours without a drop of water. Your brain, which is about 75% water, is parched, quietly begging for hydration to function at its best. Your muscles, your organs, even your mood, they're all craving that essential reset. Yet, in our sleepy haze, we bypass this need and head straight for the espresso machine, convinced that caffeine is the magic bullet to make us feel alive. Spoiler alert, it's not. Caffeine might give you a temporary buzz, but it's water that truly wakes your system up, preparing your mind and body for the challenges ahead. The power of water, a Stoic ritual for clarity. Imagine this instead. You swing your legs out of bed, take a deep breath, and reach for a tall, cool glass of water. As you take that first sip, it's like a gentle wave washing over your body, refreshing every cell, clearing the cobwebs from your mind. This isn't just a drink, it's a deliberate act, a small but powerful ritual that signals to your brain and body, I'm in charge today. The Stoics, those masters of disciplined living, would approve. They believed that greatness lies in mastering the small, everyday choices. Epictetus, one of Stoicism's sharpest minds, put it perfectly. Progress is not achieved by luck or accident, but by working on yourself daily. Starting your day with water is exactly that, a conscious, daily choice to prioritize your well-being over autopilot habits. Why does this matter so much? Because your brain thrives on hydration. When you're dehydrated, your focus falters, your memory gets foggy, and your emotions can feel like a roller coaster. Studies show that even mild dehydration can impair cognitive function, making it harder to concentrate or make clear decisions. By sipping water first thing, you're giving your mind a head start, setting the stage for sharper thinking, steadier emotions, and better choices throughout the day. It's like tuning an instrument before a performance, simple, but essential for harmony, breaking the cycle, from habit to intention. Let's talk about the deeper meaning behind this choice. The brilliant psychologist Carl Jung once said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate." That sleepy stumble to the coffee pot? That's your unconscious mind running the show, defaulting to instant gratification over long-term wellness. But when you choose water first, you're flipping the script. You're taking a moment that's usually automatic and making it intentional. It's a small rebellion against the habits that keep you stuck, a quiet declaration that you're in control of your impulses. Picture your morning as a blank canvas, a fresh field of possibilities stretching out before you. Most of us, without realizing it, sabotage that canvas right away, grabbing our phones, chugging coffee, letting the chaos of the day take over before we've even had a chance to breathe. But what if you treated your morning like sacred ground? What if you saw that first hour as a chance to awaken not just your body, but your deeper self, your vision, your purpose, your inner strength? That's what Carl Jung meant when he said, "Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes." Your morning water ritual isn't just about hydration, it's about waking up to who you are and what you're capable of. Building the habit. Start small, win big. So, how do you make this work? It's simple, but it takes commitment. Tomorrow morning, when you wake up, don't head straight for the coffee pot. Keep a glass of water by your bedside or fill one first thing when you get to the kitchen. Take a moment to savor it. Notice how it feels to hydrate your body. To choose clarity over comfort, maybe add a slice of lemon or a pinch of sea salt to make it feel special. Like a ritual you look forward to. The key is to start small but stay consistent. The Stoics taught that small, repeated actions compound into massive change. And this one choice, water before coffee, can be the first domino in a chain of disciplined habits. And here's the beautiful part. This isn't about deprivation. I'm not saying you have to ditch coffee forever, trust me. I'd never ask you to betray your morning brew. It's about delaying that cup for just a few minutes. Giving your body what it truly needs first. Once you've had your water, go ahead and enjoy your coffee. Savor it, knowing you've already made a conscious choice to start your day right. That's the Stoic way. Mastering the small things to unlock the bigger ones. Your morning, your power. Your morning is more than just the start of your day, it's the foundation of your life. By choosing water over caffeine first thing, you're not just hydrating your body, you're training your mind to prioritize intention over impulse. You're proving to yourself that you can break free from the habits that hold you back and step into a life of clarity and control. So, Tomorrow, when that alarm goes off, ask yourself, will I let my morning happen to me? Or will I make it mine? Start with that glass of water. Make it your first victory of the day. And if you're feeling inspired to keep transforming your mornings, stick around. We've got more Stoic-inspired habits coming up to help you seize control of your day and your life. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join us on this journey. Let's make every morning count. Guard your morning. Shape your destiny. We've just uncovered how a simple glass of water can kickstart your day with intention, setting a foundation of clarity and discipline. Now, let's zoom in on those critical moments right after you rise, when the world tries to pull you into its chaos before you've even had a chance to center yourself. Picture this. You're still rubbing sleep from your eyes, and your phone is already calling your name, tempting you with its glowing screen and endless notifications. Will you give in and let the digital world hijack your morning? Or will you take control and protect your inner peace? Let's dive into two powerful Stoic-inspired habits, skipping the morning scroll and making your bed, that can transform your mornings into a fortress of focus and self-awareness. The digital trap. Why your phone sabotages your morning. Imagine this scene. You're lying in bed, still wrapped in the cozy remnants of sleep, your mind soft and quiet. Then, without thinking, you grab your phone. Suddenly, you're sucked into a whirlwind of notifications, emails demanding your attention, news alerts shouting about the latest crisis, Instagram stories from someone you haven't spoken to in years. In a split second, your peaceful morning is gone, replaced by a flood of anxiety, distraction, and stress. Sound familiar? Why do we do this to ourselves? Why do we hand over the sacred clarity of our mornings to algorithms and random updates? The Stoics would have a lot to say about this. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who faced endless pressures, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Your phone is a gateway to those outside events, a portal through which the world invades your mental sanctuary. Every ping, every notification, is a tiny theft of your attention, pulling you away from your own thoughts and priorities. But here's the good news. You have the power to say no. By delaying that morning scroll, even just for 30 minutes, you reclaim the ability to choose your thoughts, to focus on what matters most to you, not what an app decides to shove in your face. Choosing presence over chaos. What happens when you skip the scroll? You create space for something far more valuable: presence. Imagine swapping your phone for a moment of quiet reflection. Maybe you sit with a journal, scribbling down your thoughts as the early sunlight spills through the window. Maybe you read a passage from a book that inspires you, something that anchors you in wisdom or sparks a new perspective. Or maybe you just breathe deeply, letting your mind settle as you notice the world waking up around you, the chirp of birds, the soft hum of morning. Doesn't that sound like a morning worth having? Carl Jung, the brilliant psychologist, once said, "We are not what happened to us. We are what we choose to become." Every morning, you face a choice. Will you let external pressures, those endless notifications and updates, shape your day? Or will you decide who you want to be? Skipping the morning scroll isn't just about avoiding distraction. It's about cultivating a stronger sense of self. It's about starting your day knowing exactly who's in charge. You. Not your feed. When you choose presence over chaos, your day unfolds from a place of clarity, intention, and inner strength. The power of a made bed, a small act, a big win. Now, let's talk about another simple but transformative habit: making your bed. Yes, it sounds almost too basic. But hear me out. Picture this. You wake up, stretch, and take a moment to pull the covers tight, fluff the pillows, and smooth out the sheets. In just a minute or two, you've created a small pocket of order in a world that often feels chaotic. You step back, look at your neatly made bed, and feel a quiet sense of accomplishment. You've already done something intentional, something complete. How powerful is that? This isn't just about tidying up, it's mental training. The Stoics understood that greatness isn't built on grand gestures, it's forged in the small, consistent habits we practice every day. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, don't waste the rest of your life worrying about what other people think of you. It keeps you from doing anything useful. A messy bed, a cluttered room, can reflect a distracted mind, one that's pulled in a dozen directions before the day even begins. But when you make your bed, you're sending a signal to yourself. I'm starting this day with purpose. I'm in control. There's something oddly satisfying about this tiny act of discipline. It's not a massive transformation or life-altering breakthrough, it's just a choice to create order. To start your day with structure instead of chaos. And that's the Stoic way. Mastering the small things to build a foundation for the big ones. Think about it. If you can't take 60 seconds to make your bed, how will you tackle the bigger challenges of your day? This simple ritual sets the tone, proving to yourself that you're capable of showing up, even in the smallest moments. Your morning, your fortress. Your morning is sacred ground. A fresh start where you get to decide who you are and how you'll show up for the world. By skipping the morning scroll and making your bed, you're not just avoiding distractions or tidying up, you're training your mind to prioritize intention over impulse. Order over chaos. These small choices ripple outward, shaping your mindset, your decisions, and ultimately, your life. So, tomorrow, when you wake up, ask yourself, will I let the world pull me into its noise? Or will I claim this moment for myself? Start with these two habits. Put down the phone, pick up a pen or a book, and take a moment to breathe. Then, make your bed, and feel the quiet power of starting your day with a win. If you're loving this journey to transform your mornings, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We've got more Stoic-inspired strategies coming to help you seize control of your day. Let's keep building a morning routine that sets you up to thrive. Are you ready to make your mornings unstoppable? Small acts, big impact. Build your morning momentum. We've just explored how skipping the morning scroll and making your bed can anchor your day in intention, creating a ripple effect of clarity and control. Now, let's take it a step further, diving into why these small acts, like tidying your space and moving your body, aren't just chores or habits, but powerful declarations of self-discipline that set the tone for a life lived on your terms. Picture this. You've just smoothed out your sheets, and now you're ready to take on the morning with purpose. How do you keep that momentum going? Let's uncover two Stoic-inspired practices, mastering your environment and activating your body, that will transform your mornings into a launchpad for greatness. The power of a made bed, your first win of the day. Imagine stepping out of bed, your feet hitting the floor, and taking just a minute to pull the covers tight, fluff the pillows, and create a neat, orderly space. It's such a small act, yet it feels like a quiet victory. Why does something as simple as making your bed matter so much? Because it's the first signal you send to your brain. I'm in control today. It's not about perfection or impressing anyone, it's about starting your day with a promise kept to yourself. That small act builds momentum, a spark of self-respect that runs deep, setting the tone for everything that follows. Admiral William McRaven, in his now famous speech, put it bluntly, if you want to change the world, start by making your bed. It's not that your bed alone will revolutionize your life, but it's the principle behind it. If you can't get the little things right, how can you expect to tackle the big ones? Making your bed is a daily discipline, a commitment to execute something small without fail. And when you do, you start to wonder, what else am I capable of? That's the ripple effect in action, small wins building trust in yourself, proving you have the power to shape your day, one choice at a time. Carl Jung, the brilliant psychologist, believed our environment mirrors our inner world. He wrote, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate." A cluttered room isn't just a mess, it's a reflection of inner noise, unprocessed thoughts, or unresolved emotions. When you tidy your bed, you're not just straightening sheets, you're aligning your mind, creating a sense of order that quiets the chaos within. It's psychological alignment, a way to tell yourself, I will not be ruled by disorder. Your morning becomes a declaration. You choose discipline, even in the smallest things. And that choice sets the stage for a day of purpose. The Stoic mindset. Control what you can. The Stoics lived this way, not chasing perfection, but embracing purpose in every action. Marcus Aurelius reminded us to focus on what's within our control, saying, don't waste the rest of your life worrying about what other people think of you. It keeps you from doing anything useful. A messy bed or a cluttered space can pull your mind outward, distracting you with external chaos. But when you make your bed, you're asserting control over your environment. your time, and your mindset. It's a quiet rebellion against disorder. A way to start the day on your terms, not the world's. Think about it. How often do you wake up feeling like your soul is dragging behind a heavy, foggy body? Some mornings, it's like your mind has opened its eyes, but your body is still half asleep, stuck in low power mode. You're not lazy or broken, it's just that your system hasn't fully come online yet. The Stoics knew that to live with vitality, you need to sync your mind and body. And the fastest way to do that? Movement. Not a grueling workout or a chase for fitness glory, just simple, deliberate movement to wake up your life force. Wake your body. Ignite your energy. Picture this. You've made your bed. Your room feels calm and orderly. And now you take a moment to move. Maybe it's a few gentle stretches, feeling your muscles loosen as you reach for the sky. Maybe it's a brisk walk around the block, the cool morning air filling your lungs. Or perhaps it's a handful of squats or yoga poses, just enough to get your blood flowing. This isn't about sculpting a six-pack or hitting personal records, it's about telling your body, I'm here, I'm ready, let's go. That spark of movement is like flipping a switch, bringing your mind and body into harmony. The Stoics valued physical strength not for vanity, but for vitality. Epictetus taught that no great thing is created suddenly, and that includes your energy. Your discipline, your sense of control, it builds slowly, habitually, day by day. A morning stretch or a short walk isn't just exercise, it's a ritual. A quiet act of intention that reminds you you're alive. It's your body's way of shaking off the fog and stepping into the day with clarity. Imagine standing taller, breathing deeper, feeling your heart pump as you move. Doesn't that feel like a moment worth claiming? The ripple effect. Small habits, big transformation. These two habits, making your bed and moving your body, are deceptively simple. But their impact is profound. They're not about grand gestures or instant transformation. They're about building a foundation of discipline that grows stronger with each passing day. The Stoics knew that greatness is forged in these small, consistent choices. When you make your bed, you create order in your space and your mind. When you move, you awaken your body and ignite your energy. Together, these acts turn your morning into a launchpad for a life of purpose and control. So, tomorrow, when you wake up, take a moment to make your bed. Feel the satisfaction of that first win. Then, move your body, even if it's just a few stretches or a walk to the mailbox. Let these small acts remind you that you're not just reacting to the world, you're shaping it. If you're loving this journey to transform your mornings, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We've got more Stoic-inspired habits coming to help you build a morning routine that sets you up to thrive. Ask yourself, what kind of day do I want to create today? Let's make every morning a step toward the life you want to live. Move your body, master your mind. The Stoic power of morning rituals. We've just discovered how making your bed and moving your body can spark a chain reaction of discipline and clarity, turning your mornings into a foundation for a purposeful life. Now, let's dive deeper into why movement and embracing discomfort, like stepping into a cold shower, aren't just physical acts, but profound ways to awaken your mind and soul. Imagine this. You're standing at the edge of your morning, ready to shake off the fog and step into your day with courage. How do you turn that intention into action? Let's explore two Stoic-inspired rituals, moving your body and facing the cold, that will transform your mornings into a powerful declaration of self-respect and resilience. The magic of movement. Waking up your soul. Picture yourself in the quiet of the morning, your room tidy, your bed made, and a gentle energy stirring within you. You take a moment to stretch, feeling your muscles lengthen, your breath deepen, your heart start to hum. This simple act of movement isn't just about loosening stiff joints, it's about waking up your entire being. Carl Jung, the visionary psychologist, believed the body and mind are deeply intertwined, saying, the body is merely the visibility of the soul, the psyche. If your body is stiff, dormant, or stuck, what's that saying about your inner world? Is your psyche whispering that it's tired, repressed, or uninspired? Movement is the antidote. It's not about being graceful or athletic, it's about breaking free from stagnation. Feeling anxious? Move. Feeling stuck or unmotivated? Move. Feeling like the weight of the world is holding you down? Move. Even a few simple stretches, a slow walk, Or a handful of yoga poses can shift your energy. Like sunlight breaking through a foggy morning. This isn't just physical, it's psychological. Motion disrupts the inertia of a sleepy mind, creating a domino effect. Energy rises, clarity sharpens, and suddenly, you're not just drifting through your morning, you're steering it with purpose. Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, warned us, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. How many mornings have you wasted lingering in bed, scrolling through your phone, waiting for the motivation to strike? Here's the truth. Motivation doesn't come first, action does. Don't wait to feel like moving, just start. Step out of bed, shake out your limbs, and let your body lead the way. Before your excuses can catch up, you'll feel the spark of momentum, carrying you into a day where you're in control. The cold shower challenge. Embrace discomfort. Build resilience. Now, let's talk about something a little bolder. The cold shower. Picture this. You're standing in your bathroom. The water running, and you know it's going to be icy. Your brain screams, nope, not today. Every fiber of your being wants to retreat, to stay cozy and comfortable. But in that moment of hesitation, when your comfort zone digs in its heels, something powerful happens. You take a deep breath, step under the water, and feel the shock of cold hit your skin. It's not pleasant, but it's electrifying. Why would you do this to yourself? Because the Stoics knew something we often forget. Comfort breeds weakness. But voluntarily facing discomfort builds strength. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live." Stepping into a cold shower is a radical act of living, a declaration that you're choosing courage over ease. Intention over avoidance. That initial jolt of cold water isn't just a shock to your body, it's a wake-up call for your mind. It pulls you into the present, forcing you to breathe deeply, focus, and override your instinct to flee. Psychologically, this is neuroplasticity in action, your brain rewiring itself to handle discomfort with poise instead of panic. Carl Jung put it perfectly, what you resist persists. That resistance to the cold? It's a mirror of every other discomfort you avoid, fear of failure, criticism, or uncertainty. Face the water, and you're training yourself to face life's challenges with the same grit. Yes, it's tough at first. Cold showers aren't supposed to feel good, that's the point. The Stoics weren't chasing suffering for its own sake. They embraced discomfort because it forged mental strength and emotional clarity. Imagine the rush of standing under that icy stream, your breath catching, your skin tingling, and then stepping out feeling alive, awake, and unstoppable. That's not just a shower, it's a ritual of resilience. A reminder that you can handle anything the day throws at you. The ripple effect. Small acts. Lasting strength. These two practices, moving your body and embracing a cold shower, are more than morning habits. They're acts of self-respect that echo through your mood, your focus, and even your relationships. When you move, you tell your body and mind, I'm ready to show up. When you face the cold, you tell yourself, I can handle discomfort with courage. Together, these rituals create a morning that's not just about getting through the day, but about thriving in it. They're small, intentional choices that build a foundation of discipline, proving to yourself that you're capable of more than you think. So, tomorrow morning, don't let your excuses win. Start with a few stretches or a short walk to wake up your body. Then, if you're feeling bold, step into that cold shower and feel the rush of resilience. These acts aren't about perfection, they're about progress. About showing up for yourself day after day. Ask yourself, what kind of person do I want to be today? If you're loving this journey to transform your mornings, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We've got more Stoic-inspired strategies coming to help you build a morning routine that sets you up for greatness. Let's keep the momentum going and make every morning a step toward the life you want to live. Face the cold. Free your mind. Stoic rituals for a resilient morning. We've just explored how movement and cold showers can awaken your body and forge mental strength, setting a powerful tone for your day. Now, let's build on that momentum by diving into two more Stoic-inspired practices, embracing discomfort to build resilience and journaling to clear your mind. Imagine stepping out of a bracing cold shower, your senses sharp, your energy alive. How do you carry that clarity forward? Let's uncover how facing the cold and putting pen to paper can transform your mornings into a training ground for fortitude and focus, helping you live with intention and purpose. The cold shower, a Stoic test of courage. Picture this. You're standing in your bathroom, the shower running, and you know the water's going to be cold. Your body tenses, your mind screams, "Not today." But in that moment of resistance, something powerful happens. You take a deep breath, step under the icy stream, and feel the shock hit your skin like 1,000 tiny needles. It's uncomfortable, no doubt, but it's also exhilarating. Why would you choose this? Because the Stoics, like Seneca, believed in training both body and mind for adversity. They fasted, wore rough clothes, and embraced hardship, not because they loved suffering, but because it built fortitude, that unshakable mental resilience we all crave. Seneca didn't shy away from discomfort, he sought it out, knowing it forged strength. A cold shower is your modern-day version of that practice, a daily act of resistance training for your nervous system. When you step in and breathe through the shock, you're proving to yourself that you can face discomfort without flinching. That confidence doesn't stay in the bathroom, it follows you into your work, your relationships, your life. Imagine walking into a tough meeting or a challenging conversation, carrying the quiet assurance that you've already conquered something hard today. Doesn't that feel like a superpower? And there's science to back this up. Cold showers increase blood flow, release endorphins, and spike your alertness, waking you up in a way coffee never could. That icy rush clears the mental cobwebs, dropping you straight into the moment, alert, energized, present. But here's the best part. You don't need to dive into a 5-minute Arctic plunge to reap the benefits. Start small. Try 30 seconds of cold at the end of your warm shower. Just one moment of shock, one small win, one chance to tell yourself, "I do hard things." The Stoics believed virtue is forged in action, not theory, and this is your action, a daily moment of self-conquest that builds resilience from the inside out. Journaling. Mental hygiene for a clearer mind. Now, let's shift to another powerful ritual, journaling. Picture this. You're sitting at your desk. The morning's still quiet, a steaming cup of tea or coffee nearby. You open a notebook, grab a pen, and let your thoughts spill onto the page. No rules, no judgment, just a raw, honest release of whatever's swirling in your head. Maybe it's a lingering worry from yesterday, a vivid dream that's still haunting you, a spark of gratitude, or a moment of self-reflection. This isn't about crafting a masterpiece. It's about clearing the mental clutter before the day piles more on top. Why does this matter? Because most of us carry a chaotic loop of worries, to-dos, and emotions that, left unchecked, steals our focus and clouds our decisions. Journaling is mental hygiene, a way to tidy the mess inside your head. Think of your mind as a cluttered desk, full of scattered papers, half-finished ideas, and random distractions. Writing is like sorting through that mess, organizing your thoughts, and making space for clarity. The Stoics practiced this centuries ago. Marcus Aurelius kept a journal, now known as Meditations, not for fame or publication, but as a private space to sharpen his principles and keep his ego in check. He wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." That powerful insight might never have existed if he hadn't taken the time to process his challenges with ink and paper. Imagine sitting down each morning, pen in hand, and giving shape to the thoughts that weigh you down. Maybe you write about a fear that's been nagging at you, and suddenly, it feels less overwhelming. Maybe you jot down a goal for the day, and it becomes a guiding star. Or maybe you simply list 3 things you're grateful for, and your mood shifts, like sunlight breaking through clouds. This simple act of writing, raw, unfiltered, honest, helps you untangle the chaos, bringing clarity and calm to your morning. It's not artsy or trendy, it's a discipline, a way to take control of your inner world before the outer world takes over. Building a resilient morning, one choice at a time. These 2 rituals, cold showers and journaling, are small but mighty. A cold shower trains your mind to embrace discomfort, building the kind of resilience that carries you through life's challenges. Journaling clears the mental fog, giving you a clean slate to approach your day with focus and intention. Together, they turn your morning into a training ground for the Stoic virtues of courage, discipline, and self-awareness. They're not about perfection or instant transformation. They're about showing up for yourself. Day after day, in the small moments that add up to a life well lived. So, tomorrow morning, challenge yourself. Step into a cold shower, even for just 30 seconds, and feel the rush of courage. Then, sit down with a notebook and let your thoughts flow. No filter needed. Ask yourself, what's holding me back today? And how can I face it with strength? These small acts are your way of saying, I'm in charge of my morning, my mind, my life. If you're loving this journey to transform your mornings, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We've got more Stoic-inspired strategies coming to help you build a routine that sets you up for greatness. Let's make every morning a step toward the resilient, purposeful life you're meant to live. Journal your truth. Set your path. Stoic habits for a purposeful morning. We've just uncovered how cold showers and journaling can forge resilience and clarity, turning your mornings into a powerful ritual of self-mastery. Now, let's lean into the transformative magic of journaling and goal setting, two Stoic practices that anchor your day in truth and direction. Imagine starting your morning not just awake, but aligned, with a clear sense of purpose guiding every step. How do you make that vision a reality? Let's dive into how putting your thoughts on paper and setting intentional goals can help you take charge of your day and, ultimately, your life. Journaling. A conversation with your true self. Picture this. You're sitting in the soft glow of morning light. A notebook open before you. A pen in your hand. As you write, the chaos in your mind, those swirling worries, fleeting dreams, and nagging thoughts, begins to take shape on the page. This isn't about crafting perfect prose. It's about giving voice to the part of you that rarely gets to speak. Carl Jung, the brilliant psychologist, believed the unconscious mind is always trying to communicate, whispering through symbols, moods, and dreams. He wrote, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate." Journaling is your way of bringing those whispers to light, of uncovering the patterns and stories that shape your life without you even realizing it. When you journal, you're not just scribbling words, you're having a quiet conversation with your true self. Maybe you write about a frustration that's been looping in your head, and suddenly, it feels less heavy. Maybe you jot down a dream that lingers from the night, and you notice a hidden spark of inspiration. Or perhaps you capture a moment of gratitude, and your perspective shifts, like clouds parting to reveal a brighter sky. This simple act of writing helps you see your situation clearly, entangling the noise from what truly matters. It's like cleaning a foggy window. Suddenly, you can see the world, and yourself, with fresh eyes. For the Stoics, this practice was sacred. Marcus Aurelius used his journal, now known as Meditations, to govern an empire with composure. Not by chasing external validation, but by staying true to his inner principles. Seneca, too, believed in daily self-examination, writing, "We should every night call ourselves to an account." Morning journaling flips this idea into proactive preparation. It's not just about reflecting on the past, it's about sharpening your mind for the day ahead. Your journal becomes a safe space, a place where you can be angry, anxious, or lost, and it listens without judgment. On your best days, it's a vault for your victories and insights, capturing moments of clarity you'd otherwise forget. Isn't it incredible how a few minutes with a pen can ground you in wisdom and purpose? Goal setting. Give your day a target. Now, let's talk about a different kind of morning clarity: goal setting. Imagine waking up, your mind buzzing with energy, but by noon, you're bouncing between tasks, chasing distractions, and feeling exhausted with little to show for it. Sound familiar? That's not laziness, it's a lack of direction. Without a clear target, your energy gets hijacked by whatever's loudest: a ping from your phone, an urgent email, or a random to-do that doesn't really matter. The Stoics knew this trap well. Epictetus put it bluntly: first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. In other words, if you don't know where you're going, someone, or something, else will decide for you. This is where setting clear, immediate goals comes in. I'm not talking about lofty, vision board dreams that feel a million miles away. I'm talking about 3 concrete, achievable tasks you can tackle today, tasks that move the needle, that create progress instead of just motion. Picture sitting down after your morning journal, your thoughts clear, and writing down 3 things you want to accomplish. Maybe it's finishing a work project, calling a friend to reconnect, or spending 20 minutes learning something new. These aren't overwhelming goals, they're deliberate choices that give your day purpose. Being busy doesn't mean you're productive, but when you define what success looks like today, you stop reacting to the world and start shaping it. The Stoics were masters of intentionality. They didn't wander through their days hoping clarity would magically appear, they created it. By setting just 3 goals each morning, you're giving your energy a target. Like an archer aiming at a bullseye, you're telling yourself, this is what matters today. And when you check those goals off, even if they're small, you feel a quiet surge of accomplishment. It's not about doing everything, it's about doing what counts. Modern psychology backs this up. Studies show that setting specific, achievable goals boosts focus and reduces anxiety, giving you a sense of control in a chaotic world. Isn't that what we're all craving? A day that feels purposeful, not scattered? Your morning, your power. Journaling and goal setting are like 2 sides of a Stoic coin. One helps you understand yourself. The other helps you direct yourself. Together, they turn your morning into a ritual of clarity and intention, setting you up to live with purpose. Tomorrow, try this. After your cold shower or morning stretch, sit down with your journal and let your thoughts flow for 5 minutes. Then, write down 3 goals for the day, small, actionable steps that move you forward. Ask yourself, what do I want to make of this day? These simple acts will anchor you, helping you face the world with composure and direction. If you're loving this journey to transform your mornings, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We've got more Stoic-inspired strategies coming to help you build a routine that sets you up for a life of purpose and resilience. Let's keep the momentum going. Your mornings, your mind, your life are waiting for you to claim them. Fuel your mind, shape your soul. Stoic morning rituals for clarity. We've just explored how journaling and setting 3 simple goals can anchor your morning with purpose, giving you a clear path to navigate the day. Now, let's dive into how you can take that clarity further by intentionally shaping your thoughts and identity through deliberate goal setting and mindful content consumption. Picture this. You wake up, your mind fresh like a blank canvas, ready to be painted with purpose. How do you choose the colors that will define your day? Let's uncover 2 Stoic-inspired practices, crafting intentional goals and feeding your mind with meaningful content that will transform your mornings into a powerful act of self-realization. Goals. Small steps, big identity. Imagine sitting at your kitchen table, the morning light filtering through the window, a notebook open in front of you. You've just journaled, clearing the mental fog, and now you're ready to set your 3 goals for the day. These aren't grand, world-changing ambitions, they're simple, actionable steps. Reply to that email you've been dodging. Write 1 page of your project. Take a 20-minute walk. Why start so small? Because, as Carl Jung taught, goals aren't just about checking boxes, they're about individuation, becoming a whole, directed version of yourself. He wrote, your vision will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside dreams? Who looks inside awakes? When you set intentional goals, you're not just planning your day, you're shaping who you are. These small, achievable tasks are like stepping stones across a river. Each one you complete builds momentum, a quiet confidence that grows with every promise kept to yourself. Accomplishment isn't about the size of the task, it's about completion. Think about it. 1 finished goal, no matter how small, fuels your sense of progress. 10 half-done tasks? They just pile up as frustration, weighing you down before lunch. By keeping your goals simple and actionable, you give yourself permission to succeed, to feel the satisfaction of crossing something off your list. It's like lighting a small spark that grows into a steady flame, guiding you through the day with purpose. Isn't that the kind of morning that makes you feel alive? Feeding your mind. Choose substance over noise. Now, let's talk about what happens the moment you wake up. Your mind is hungry, scanning for something to latch onto, something to set the tone for your day. For most of us, the default is to grab our phones and dive into a sea of notifications, doom-scrolling through clickbait headlines, outrage-fueled posts, or endless social media updates. Before you've even had breakfast, your brain is flooded with cortisol, stress, and noise. You think you're catching up, But what you're really doing is feeding your mind junk and expecting it to carry you through a meaningful day. Sound familiar? Why do we let this happen? Morning after morning, when we know it leaves us frazzled and unfocused. Here's the truth. Your mind craves direction, purpose, and clarity, just like your body thrives on clean food. If you feed it noise, you get confusion. If you feed it substance, you get strength. The Stoics understood this long before smartphones existed. Seneca advised, associate with people who are likely to improve you. In today's world, that includes the content you consume. Instead of starting your day with the chaos of social media, imagine choosing something that elevates you. 10 pages of a thought-provoking book, a philosophy podcast that challenges your assumptions, or an essay that grounds you in wisdom. These are your morning mentors, guiding your thoughts toward clarity and strength. Picture yourself curled up with a book, the words sparking new ideas as the world outside is still waking up. Or maybe you're listening to a podcast, each sentence nudging you toward a deeper understanding of yourself. This isn't about becoming some rigid intellectual, it's about being intentional. You're choosing what thoughts will shape your decisions, what emotions will guide your conversations, what values will steer your life. Carl Jung put it powerfully, you are what you do, not what you say you'll do. Reading or engaging with meaningful content in the morning is an action. A deliberate choice to fuel your mind with substance instead of letting the world's noise take over. Shaping your morning, shaping your life. These two practices, setting small, intentional goals and feeding your mind with clean content, are like planting seeds in the fertile soil of your morning. Your goals give you direction, a clear path to walk with purpose. Your choice of content shapes the lens through which you see the world, ensuring your thoughts are grounded in clarity rather than chaos. Together, they help you awaken not just to the day, but to the person you're becoming. The Stoics didn't believe in drifting through life, waiting for clarity to appear. They created it through deliberate action. And you can, too. So, tomorrow morning, try this. After journaling, set 3 simple goals that move you forward. Then, instead of reaching for your phone, pick up a book or listen to something that inspires you. Ask yourself, what kind of thoughts do I want to carry into this day? These small choices will shape not just your morning, but your identity, your decisions, your life. If you're loving this journey to transform your mornings, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We've got more Stoic-inspired strategies coming to help you build a routine that sets you up for greatness. Let's make every morning a step toward the purposeful, resilient life you're meant to live. Visualize your day. Lead yourself. Stoic wisdom for a centered morning. We've just explored how setting intentional goals and choosing meaningful content can fuel your mind with clarity and purpose, setting a strong foundation for your day. Now, let's take that focus inward, diving into 2 powerful Stoic practices, absorbing wisdom through reflection and visualizing your day, that can transform your mornings into a deliberate act of self-leadership. Picture this. You're sitting in the quiet of dawn, your thoughts clear, your heart steady, ready to shape not just your day, but the person you're becoming. How do you harness that moment to lead yourself with intention? Let's uncover how a few minutes of philosophical reflection and mental rehearsal can align your mind with your deepest values and goals. Morning mentors. Absorbing wisdom with intention. Imagine starting your day not with the chaos of notifications or the rush of a to-do list, but with a few quiet minutes immersed in ideas that ground you. This is exactly how Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, began his mornings, not with political briefings or urgent demands, but with meditations, private reflections rooted in philosophy. Why? Because he knew that before he could lead an empire, he had to lead himself. And leading yourself starts with the ideas you choose to absorb. Think of it like tuning a guitar before a performance. Those first moments of your day set the pitch for everything that follows. You don't need to overhaul your life or read an entire book before the sun rises. Start small. 10 minutes. A few pages of a thought-provoking book. A podcast episode that speaks truth instead of noise. Picture yourself sipping coffee, the world still quiet, as you read a passage from Seneca or listen to a philosophy podcast that challenges you to think deeper. This isn't about cramming information. It's about aligning your thoughts with what matters most before life's demands pull you in a dozen directions. Why let your mind stumble into the day, reacting to whatever comes its way? When you can choose to feed it wisdom instead, those few minutes of intentional input can shift your perspective, like a compass pointing you toward purpose. The Stoics understood this long ago. They believed the first thoughts of your day should be chosen, not inherited from the world's chaos. Seneca advised associating with those who improve you. And in today's world, that includes the content you consume. A few pages of a book that elevates your thinking, a podcast that sparks insight, or even a single quote that anchors you. These are your morning mentors, guiding you toward clarity and strength. By choosing substance over noise, you're not just starting your day, you're shaping the person you're becoming. Visualization. Rehearsing your best self. Now, let's take it a step further with a practice that might sound abstract but is deeply grounded: visualization. Picture this. You close your eyes for a few minutes in the morning. Not to escape, but to see your day before you live it. In the theater of your mind, you imagine yourself moving through the day with purpose, handling challenges with calm, seizing opportunities with confidence, responding to stress with clarity. You're not just daydreaming, you're mentally rehearsing who you want to be. How powerful would it feel to step into your day already familiar with your best self? This isn't some fluffy, wishful thinking. It's a science-backed practice with roots in Stoic wisdom. The Stoics used a technique called premeditatio malorum, reflecting on what could go wrong, not to dwell on fear, but to prepare for it. But they also contemplated who they wanted to become, rehearsing virtues like courage and clarity. Epictetus said, "Practice yourself, for heaven's sake, in little things, and then proceed to greater." Visualization is that practice, a deliberate rehearsal of strength before life's tests arrive. Modern science agrees. When you vividly imagine yourself succeeding, your brain builds neurological pathways that make success feel familiar, priming you to act in alignment with your goals instead of your fears. Think of athletes like Michael Phelps, who visualized every detail of his races daily, down to the splash of the water and the rhythm of his strokes. When the moment came, his body knew what to do because his mind had already been there. You can do the same in your morning routine. Take 5 minutes to picture yourself tackling your 3 goals with focus, staying calm in a tough conversation, or simply moving through your day with intention. It's like laying down tracks for a train. When the day unfolds, your mind follows the path you've already set. Isn't that a game changer? Knowing you've already walked the path to success in your mind? Leading yourself, one morning at a time. These two practices, absorbing wisdom and visualizing your day, are like a 1-2 punch for a centered, purposeful morning. Feeding your mind with meaningful content tunes your thoughts to clarity and strength, while visualization prepares you to live out your values with confidence. Together, they help you lead yourself before the world tries to lead you astray. The Stoics didn't stumble into their days, they shaped them with intention. And you can, too. Tomorrow morning, try this. After journaling and setting your goals, spend 10 minutes with a book or podcast that inspires you. Then, close your eyes for a few minutes and visualize your day. See yourself succeeding, staying calm, being the person you want to be. Ask yourself, who do I want to show up as today? These small acts will anchor you in purpose, setting you up to face the world with clarity and strength. If you're loving this journey to transform your mornings, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We've got more Stoic-inspired strategies coming to help you build a routine that fuels a life of purpose. Let's make every morning a step toward the person you're meant to become. See your success. Embrace your gratitude. Stoic rituals for a resilient morning. We've just explored how absorbing wisdom and visualizing your day can prime your mind for clarity and purpose, setting you up to lead yourself with intention. Now, let's build on that foundation with 2 final Stoic practices: vivid visualization and gratitude, that anchor your morning in resilience and meaning. Picture this. You're sitting in the stillness of dawn, your mind sharp, your heart open, ready to step into the day not just prepared, but grounded in who you are. How do you make that feeling last? Let's dive into how mentally rehearsing success and practicing gratitude can transform your mornings into a powerful act of self-mastery and connection. Visualization. Rehearsing your best self. Imagine this. You're 5 minutes away from starting your day, sitting quietly with your eyes closed. In your mind's eye, you see yourself walking into that big meeting, standing tall, your voice steady, Your thoughts clear. You feel the calm confidence in your chest as you handle a tough conversation with grace. You picture yourself tackling that personal goal, writing a page, hitting the gym, or simply staying patient when setbacks arise. This isn't just daydreaming, it's visceral, deliberate, alive. You're not just imagining the task, you're feeling how you stand, how you breathe, how you respond to challenges with poise. Why does this matter? Because, as Marcus Aurelius did in his Meditations, you're training yourself to act with purpose, not react to chaos. Marcus Aurelius didn't leave his self-mastery to chance. Each morning, he reminded himself how he wanted to move through the world, not as a reactive emperor, but as a man grounded in virtue. Visualization was his tool, and if it was good enough for the most powerful man in Rome, it's more than good enough for us. Before that nerve-wracking presentation, that difficult talk, or that goal you keep putting off, take 5 quiet minutes to see the outcome you want. Make it real in your mind. Feel the confidence. Notice the details. Anticipate the obstacles, and picture yourself overcoming them. This isn't magic, it's biology. Neuroscience shows that vivid visualization builds neural pathways, priming your brain to expect success, spot opportunities, and filter out distractions. Isn't it incredible to think you can rehearse victory before the day even begins? By practicing this Stoic-inspired ritual, you're not just thinking positively, you're building familiarity with the version of yourself that already knows how to win. It's like a mental dress rehearsal, preparing you to step onto life's stage with clarity and strength. Whether it's a small task or a major challenge, those few minutes of visualization align your actions with your intentions, ensuring you don't just stumble through your day, you lead it. Gratitude. The discipline of seeing what's already yours. Now, let's shift to a practice that's just as powerful but often overlooked. Gratitude. Picture yourself sitting at your desk, your journal open, the morning still quiet. Instead of diving into worries or to-dos, you pause to write down 3 things you're grateful for: the warmth of your coffee, the laughter of a loved one, the simple fact that you woke up today. In that moment, something shifts. The world feels a little less heavy, your stress softens, and your perspective widens, like sunlight breaking through a stormy sky. Why does this simple act feel so transformative? Because gratitude isn't just a feel-good buzzword, it's a discipline. A mental practice that anchors you in reality when life feels like it's spinning out of control. Our brains are wired to focus on problems, a survival instinct that keeps us scanning for what's wrong. What's missing? What could go wrong? Left unchecked, that focus pulls us into a cycle of lack and anxiety. But when you stop, just for a minute, and turn your attention to what's good, what's working, what's still here, you take back control. Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, called gratitude armor. Writing, "Nothing is more honorable than a grateful heart." To him, gratitude wasn't decorative, it was a tool for resilience, a way to stay grounded in a chaotic world. When you choose to be grateful, especially in the face of uncertainty, you're proving you don't need perfect conditions to find meaning. Isn't that a powerful way to start your day? Carl Jung took this even deeper, suggesting that much of our suffering comes from disconnection, from meaning, from ourselves, from the present moment. Gratitude is the bridge that reconnects you to what matters most. He wrote, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are, and that journey often begins with the quiet realization of how much you already have." Modern neuroscience backs this up. Practicing gratitude rewires your brain, reducing stress and boosting emotional resilience. By taking a moment each morning to name what you're thankful for, you're not just shifting your mood, you're reclaiming your mental sovereignty. Choosing to see the abundance already within and around you. Your morning, your legacy. Visualization and gratitude are like 2 sides of a Stoic coin. One prepares you to act with purpose, the other grounds you in meaning. Together, they turn your morning into a ritual of self-leadership, helping you face the day not as a victim of circumstance, but as the architect of your own life. Tomorrow, try this. After setting your goals, take 5 minutes to visualize yourself succeeding, see the details, feel the confidence, rehearse the win. Then, write down 3 things you're grateful for, letting that gratitude anchor you in the present. Ask yourself, how can I carry this clarity and strength into my day? These small acts, visualizing success and practicing gratitude, are the building blocks of a resilient, purposeful life. They're not about chasing more, they're about recognizing and shaping what you already have. If you're loving this journey to transform your mornings, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We've got more Stoic-inspired strategies coming to help you craft a routine that fuels your greatness. Let's make every morning a step toward the life you're meant to live. One intentional choice at a time. Ground your morning. Shape your soul. The Stoic power of gratitude and reflection. We've just uncovered how visualization and gratitude can transform your mornings, priming your mind for success and anchoring you in the present. Now, let's deepen that foundation with two final Stoic practices: cultivating gratitude as a biological and emotional reset and reflecting on timeless wisdom to guide your day. Imagine starting your morning not in a rush, but in a quiet moment of clarity. Your mind steady, your heart open, ready to face the world with purpose. How do you make that calm strength a daily reality? Let's dive into how gratitude and Stoic reflection can turn your mornings into a powerful act of mental and emotional resilience. Gratitude. A biological boost for clarity. Picture this. You're sitting in the soft morning light, a notebook in hand, the world still quiet around you. Instead of diving into your to-do list or checking your phone, you pause to write down 3 things you're grateful for: the warmth of your bed, a kind word from a friend, the simple gift of a new day. As you write, a subtle shift happens, your shoulders relax, your mind feels lighter, like a fog lifting to reveal a brighter horizon. This isn't just a warm fuzzy feeling, it's science. Gratitude boosts dopamine and serotonin, the brain chemicals that lift your mood and sharpen your focus. It also lowers cortisol, the stress hormone that can cloud your morning before it even begins. Isn't it incredible that something so simple can rewire your brain for clarity? Gratitude isn't just emotional, it's biological. It trains your mind to scan for what's right instead of fixating on what's wrong, countering your brain's natural tendency to dwell on problems. Marcus Aurelius, even amidst the chaos of governing an empire, made time for this practice. He wrote, "Do not indulge in dreams of having what you have not, but reckon up the chief of the blessings you do possess." This wasn't about ignoring hardship, it was about choosing clarity over chaos. By focusing on what was good, useful, and true, he stayed steady, capable, and grounded. Gratitude was his anchor, and it can be yours, too. Why rush into the day's stress when you can start by grounding yourself in what's already working? This practice is a discipline, not a fleeting emotion. It's about taking control of your focus in a world that constantly pulls you toward lack and worry. Imagine the power of starting your day not chasing what's missing, but appreciating what's here: your health, your loved ones, the opportunity to try again. That shift in perspective doesn't weaken you, it makes you resilient. Like armor for your soul. By pausing for gratitude each morning, you're not just improving your mood, you're reclaiming your mental sovereignty, proving you can find meaning no matter what the day brings. Stoic reflection. Arming your mind with wisdom. Now, let's take it a step further with a practice that's as timeless as it is powerful: reflecting on Stoic wisdom. Picture yourself sitting with a single sentence from Marcus Aurelius or Epictetus, holding it in your mind like a compass as the day begins. Maybe it's Marcus's reminder: the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Or Epictetus's wisdom: it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. These aren't just words, they're tools, guiding you through life's chaos with clarity and strength. Why let the world's noise dictate your thoughts when you can choose ideas that keep you centered? The Stoics didn't stumble into their days reacting to whatever came their way, they prepared for them. Marcus Aurelius began each morning with reflection, not to escape life's challenges, but to meet them head-on with discipline and intention. By focusing on a single Stoic idea, you're setting the psychological tone for your day. You're deciding in advance how you'll respond to setbacks, interruptions, or criticism, not with frustration, but with purpose. It's like putting on emotional armor, ensuring that when life spins, you return to center. Isn't that the kind of strength we all want in the face of uncertainty? Carl Jung echoed this wisdom, emphasizing the need to examine our inner landscape daily. He wrote, "Your visions will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside dreams? Who looks inside awakes?" Without conscious reflection, your unconscious mind takes the wheel, steering your behavior in ways you might not even notice. Morning reflection is psychological self-defense, a way to choose your thoughts deliberately. To shape your reactions before the world does it for you. Imagine starting your day with a Stoic principle in mind, like a lighthouse guiding you through stormy seas. That single thought can keep you steady, no matter what challenges arise. Your morning, your strength. Gratitude and Stoic reflection are like twin pillars of a resilient morning. Gratitude grounds you in the present, rewiring your brain to see abundance and possibility. Reflection arms you with wisdom, preparing you to face the day with clarity and intention. Together, they transform your morning into a ritual of self-mastery, helping you not just survive the day, but thrive in it. Tomorrow, try this. After your gratitude practice, pick one Stoic quote or idea to carry with you. Write it down, say it aloud, let it sink in. Ask yourself, how can this thought guide me today? These small acts, pausing for gratitude and reflecting on wisdom, are the building blocks of a life lived with purpose. They're not about escaping life's chaos, but about meeting it with strength and clarity. If you're loving this journey to transform your mornings, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We've got more Stoic-inspired strategies coming to help you craft a routine that fuels your resilience and purpose. Let's make every morning a step toward the life you're meant to live. One intentional thought at a time. Center your mind. Reconnect with nature. Stoic rituals for a grounded morning. We've just explored how gratitude and Stoic reflection can anchor your morning with clarity, arming you with the wisdom to face the day with intention. Now, let's take that inner strength outside. Diving into two final practices, reflecting on a single Stoic idea and reconnecting with nature, that can ground your morning in purpose and presence. Picture this. You're standing in the soft morning air, a Stoic principle in your mind, the world around you alive with possibility. How do you carry that calm strength into your day? Let's uncover how a moment of reflection and a few minutes in nature can transform your mornings into a powerful act of connection and resilience. Stoic reflection. One sentence to guide your day. Imagine starting your morning with a single, powerful sentence, a Stoic quote that resonates deep in your core. Maybe it's Marcus Aurelius' reminder, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Or Epictetus' wisdom, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. You don't need a journal or a meditation cushion, just a moment to read that quote. Sit with it, and let it sink in. Ask yourself, what does this mean for me today? How does it apply to that meeting you're nervous about, the relationship you're navigating, or the challenge you've been avoiding? This isn't abstract philosophy, it's a practical tool to live with intention. Stoicism isn't meant to stay locked in books, it's meant to breathe through your decisions. Picture yourself pausing in the quiet of the morning, the world still waking up, as you hold that one sentence in your mind like a compass. As the day unfolds, when your mind starts to spiral into drama, when your ego wants to lash out, or when fear tries to take the wheel, that simple quote becomes a quiet force, guiding you back to center. It's like a steady hand on your shoulder, reminding you who you are and how you want to show up. The more you practice this, the more grounded you become. You start to notice the moments when your thoughts veer off course. And instead of reacting, you respond with clarity and strength. Isn't that the kind of inner power we all crave? This daily reflection is a discipline, a way to choose your thoughts deliberately before life's chaos tries to choose them for you. It's not about perfection, it's about preparation. By starting your morning with a Stoic idea, you're setting the tone for how you'll face setbacks, interruptions, or uncertainty. You're not just reacting to life, you're shaping it, one intentional thought at a time. It's like polishing a lens. Each reflection makes your perspective clearer, your decisions sharper, your heart steadier. Reconnect with nature, a return to your roots. Now, let's step outside, literally. Picture this. You walk out your door, the morning air cool against your skin, the sound of birdsong or rustling leaves filling the silence. You take a deep breath, feeling the ground beneath your feet, maybe even noticing a hint of sunlight or a drizzle of rain on your face. In just a few minutes, something shifts. The weight of overstimulation, those endless screens, fluorescent lights, and constant pressures, begins to lift. This isn't just about escaping your house, it's about reconnecting with something ancient, something essential. Why does a simple moment outside feel so grounding? Because we're wired for nature. Even if our modern lives have pulled us away from it, we live in a world that keeps us plugged in, reacting to emails, notifications, and deadlines, until we're slowly disconnected from the world, our bodies, ourselves. There's a unique exhaustion that comes from living entirely indoors. Your mind overstimulated and your body underwhelmed. The Stoics, for all their intellectual rigor, never saw themselves as separate from nature. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Adapt yourself to the life you have been given, and truly love the people with whom destiny has surrounded you." That includes the natural world, the seasons, the wind, the soil. To the Stoics, nature wasn't just a backdrop, it was a teacher, reminding us that everything changes, everything flows, everything is connected. Carl Jung took a similar view, seeing our disconnection from nature as a source of modern anxiety. He wrote, "Natural life is the nourishing soil of the soul. When we lose touch with that soil, literally and metaphorically, we feel ungrounded, restless, adrift." A short walk outside, even just 5 minutes in your backyard or a nearby park, can calm your mind more than hours of overthinking ever could. Picture yourself standing under a tree, the leaves rustling above, or feeling the cool morning dew underfoot. That simple act reconnects you to the world you're part of, reminding you that you're not just a cog in a machine, you're alive, breathing, part of something vast and timeless. Your morning, your anchor. Reflecting on a Stoic quote and stepping outside are like twin anchors for a grounded morning. The quote gives you a guiding principle, a mental compass to navigate life's challenges with intention. Nature reconnects you to your roots, calming your mind and reminding you of your place in the world. Together, they transform your morning into a ritual of presence and resilience, setting you up to face the day with clarity and strength. Tomorrow, try this. Pick one Stoic sentence to reflect on, letting it guide your thoughts. Then, step outside for a few minutes. Breathe deeply, and feel the world around you. Ask yourself, how can I carry this calm strength into my day? These small acts, reflection and reconnection, are the building blocks of a life lived with purpose. They're not about escaping life's chaos, but about meeting it with a steady heart and a clear mind. If you're loving this journey to transform your mornings, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We've got more Stoic-inspired strategies coming to help you craft a routine that fuels your resilience and purpose. Let's make every morning a step toward the grounded, intentional life you're meant to live. Nourish your body, ground your soul. Stoic rituals for a vibrant morning. We've just explored how reflecting on a Stoic principle and stepping outside can reconnect you with wisdom and nature, anchoring your morning in calm and clarity. Now, let's bring that focus to the physical foundation of your day, diving into two powerful practices: spending time in nature and nourishing your body with intentional food choices. Picture this. You're standing outside, the morning air crisp against your skin, a wholesome breakfast fueling your body for the day ahead. How do you turn these moments into a ritual that powers your mind and soul? Let's uncover how a brief connection with nature and mindful nourishment can transform your mornings into a vibrant celebration of self-respect and resilience. Nature's embrace. A 5-minute reset. Imagine stepping outside just as the world wakes up, the morning sky painted with soft hues of dawn. You take a deep breath, feeling the cool air fill your lungs or the warmth of early sunlight brush your face. The trees sway gently, birds chirp in the distance, and for a moment, everything feels still, alive, connected. This isn't about turning nature into another task on your to-do list. It's about letting the world remind you of what exists beyond the curated chaos of your schedule. Why does something so simple feel so profound? Because nature, as the Greek philosopher Epictetus once said, loves to hide, but it's not hiding from you, it's always there, offering stillness, perspective, and healing. You don't need a weekend retreat in the mountains to feel this. Just 5 minutes outside in the morning can shift your entire mental state. Picture yourself standing on your porch, noticing the way the leaves catch the light or the quiet rhythm of the world before the day's rush begins. This brief moment reconnects you to something ancient, something essential, a world of seasons, wind, and birdsong that we're still wired for, even if our lives are filled with screens and schedules. The Stoics, for all their intellectual depth, saw nature as a teacher. Marcus Aurelius wrote, Adapt yourself to the life you have been given. By stepping outside, you're not just escaping your routine, you're aligning with the flow of life. Letting nature's quiet wisdom ground you. This practice makes you less reactive, less consumed by the urgency of daily demands. The more time you spend in nature, even in small doses, the more human you feel, calmer, clearer, more present. It's like pressing a reset button on your mind, clearing the fog that makes your mornings feel scattered. Why let your day start in a haze when a few minutes outside can bring you back to yourself? This simple act of connection reminds you that you're part of something larger, something timeless, and that perspective alone can carry you through the day with grace. Nourish your body, empower your mind. Now, let's talk about another foundational practice, fueling your body with intention. Picture this. You're in your kitchen. The aroma of fresh coffee mingling with the scent of a wholesome breakfast, maybe eggs sizzling in a pan, a slice of avocado on whole grain toast, or a bowl of oats topped with nuts. You sit down, take a bite, and feel your body come alive, ready to tackle the day. Too often, we sacrifice breakfast for speed, skipping it entirely or grabbing something sugary and processed, a donut, a soda, an energy drink. Sure, it might give you a quick jolt, but then comes the crash, the fog, the irritability, the unraveling of your day. Why do we shortchange ourselves like this? The Stoics would call this self-neglect. Epictetus reminded us, no man is free who is not master of himself, and that mastery includes how you care for your physical body. Your brain, a physical organ, doesn't run on thoughts alone, it needs fuel, and the quality of that fuel matters. Protein stabilizes your blood sugar. Healthy fats support focus and hormone regulation. And whole foods digest slowly, giving you steady energy. Think eggs, Greek yogurt, nuts, or oats, not pastries or energy drinks that spike and crash. When you choose real, intentional food in the morning, you're not just feeding your body, you're telling your mind, I'm here to perform today. Carl Jung understood this deep connection between body and psyche. Writing, the mind is like the eye, it cannot see itself without reflection. Your body is a mirror of your inner state, and what you feed it shapes the quality of your thoughts, the steadiness of your emotions, and the clarity of your decisions. Imagine starting your day with a meal that fuels you evenly, no sugar crashes, no mid-morning slumps, just sustained energy and focus. This isn't about dieting or perfection, it's about self-respect. A deliberate choice to honor your body so it can carry you through the day with strength. Isn't that the kind of foundation that sets you up to thrive? Your morning, your vitality, spending a few minutes in nature and nourishing your body are like twin roots grounding your morning in vitality. Nature reconnects you to the world, calming your mind and reminding you of your place in the larger flow of life. A wholesome breakfast fuels your body, empowering your mind to meet the day with clarity and resilience. Together, these practices turn your morning into a ritual of self-care and strength, aligning you with the Stoic principle of mastering what's within your control. Tomorrow, try this. Step outside for 5 minutes. Breathe deeply, and notice the world around you. Then, sit down to a simple, nourishing breakfast that fuels you for the day. Ask yourself, how can I honor my body and soul today? These small acts, connecting with nature and choosing real food, are the building blocks of a vibrant, purposeful life. They're not about adding more to your plate, but about grounding yourself in what truly matters. If you're loving this journey to transform your mornings, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We've got more Stoic-inspired strategies coming to help you craft a routine that fuels your resilience and purpose. Let's make every morning a step toward the strong, connected life you're meant to live. Fuel your mind, silence your doubts. Stoic rituals for a confident morning. We've just explored how stepping outside and nourishing your body with wholesome food can ground your morning in vitality, aligning your physical and mental energy for the day ahead. Now, let's turn inward to tackle the subtle but powerful forces that shape your mindset, your inner critic and the words you choose to counter it. Picture this. You wake up, the morning's still quiet, and before the world pulls you in, you take a moment to arm yourself with intentional thoughts. How do you silence the doubts and set a confident tone for your day? Let's dive into 2 Stoic-inspired practices, caring for your body's needs and using affirmations to rewrite your inner script. that will transform your mornings into a powerful launchpad for clarity and strength. Fuel your body. Empower your choices. Imagine stepping into your day feeling sharp, steady, and ready to take on whatever comes your way. Now ask yourself, would you expect a high-performing athlete to train without fuel? Would you trust a surgeon to operate with shaky hands and a foggy mind? Of course not. So why expect yourself to think clearly, act decisively, or stay grounded when your body's basic needs are unmet? Too often, we rush through our mornings, skipping breakfast or grabbing something quick and empty, a sugary pastry, a can of soda, or nothing at all. That choice might feel like a time saver, but it sets you up for a crash, mental fog, irritability, and a day that feels like it's slipping out of your control. This isn't about guilt or chasing perfection, it's about awareness, about honoring your body so it can support your mind. The Stoics understood this deeply. Epictetus taught that true freedom comes from mastering yourself, and that includes caring for your physical form. Your brain, the organ driving your thoughts and decisions, needs the right fuel to perform at its best. A breakfast rich in protein, like eggs or Greek yogurt, stabilizes your blood sugar, while healthy fats like avocado or nuts support focus and emotional balance. Whole foods, like oats or fruit, digest slowly, giving you steady energy instead of a fleeting sugar spike. Picture sitting down to a simple, nourishing meal, each bite a quiet act of self-respect. You're not just eating, you're telling your body and mind, I'm ready to show up today. By choosing real food, you're setting the stage for clearer thoughts, steadier emotions, and better choices all day long. Isn't that the kind of foundation that makes you feel unstoppable? This practice is about more than nutrition, it's about aligning your physical and mental energy. Carl Jung saw the body and psyche as deeply intertwined, writing, "The mind is like the eye, it cannot see itself without reflection." How you treat your body mirrors how you treat your inner world. A rushed, neglected morning meal leads to a rushed, scattered mind, but a thoughtful breakfast, simple, whole, intentional, creates a ripple effect, fueling your clarity and confidence. It's a small act of discipline that says, I value myself enough to start this day right. Affirmations. Rewriting your inner script. Now, let's face a quieter but more persistent challenge, the voice in your head. Picture this. You wake up, and before your feet even touch the floor, a subtle inner critic starts whispering. It replays yesterday's mistakes, plants doubts about today's challenges, and casts a shadow over your confidence. It's not loud, but it's relentless, and if you don't counter it, it sets the emotional tone for your entire day. This is where affirmations come in, not as cheesy slogans or empty positivity, but as strategic counterattacks, verbal armor to rewrite the script that's been running on autopilot for years. Marcus Aurelius knew the power of this practice. In his Meditations, he wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." He began each day with inner declarations, reminding himself how he wanted to act and respond, not react, to life's challenges. Affirmations are your way of choosing the thoughts that shape your reality. They're not about pretending everything's perfect, they're about aligning your mind with who you want to become. Imagine standing in front of a mirror, taking a deep breath, and saying, I control how I respond. Or, today, I choose clarity over chaos. It might feel strange at first, but your brain is listening, even when it's you talking to yourself. Those words, spoken with intention, plant seeds in the soil of your mind, growing into confidence and purpose. Carl Jung emphasized the power of language in shaping identity. Writing, words are animals, alive with a will of their own. When you speak words of strength, direction, and grounding, you're not just making noise, you're calling something to life. You're telling your subconscious who's in charge. This doesn't mean shouting cliches or reciting phrases that don't resonate. The key is sincerity. Choose words that feel true, even if they stretch you. I am capable of handling today's challenges. Or, I choose to act with courage. Say them out loud, not just in your head. Sound has power. Vibration carries weight. Picture your words as a steady hand guiding your mind, pulling you back from doubt and into focus. Why let your inner critic write your story when you can take the pen? Your morning, your mastery. Fueling your body with nourishing food and arming your mind with affirmations are like twin pillars of a confident morning. A wholesome breakfast gives you the physical energy to show up fully, while sincere affirmations rewrite the doubts that threaten to derail you. Together, they transform your morning into a ritual of self-mastery, aligning your body and mind with the Stoic principle of controlling what's within your reach. Tomorrow, try this. Start with a simple, nutrient-rich breakfast to fuel your day. Then, pick one affirmation, speak it with intention, and let it guide you. Ask yourself, what thoughts do I want to carry into this day? These small acts, nourishing your body and choosing your words, are the building blocks of a resilient, purposeful life. They're not about perfection, but about showing up for yourself with awareness and intention. If you're loving this journey to transform your mornings, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We've got more Stoic-inspired strategies coming to help you craft a routine that fuels your greatness. Let's make every morning a step toward the confident, intentional life you're meant to live. Speak your strength, shape your life. The Stoic art of morning affirmations. We've just uncovered how nourishing your body with wholesome food and arming your mind with affirmations can set a confident, intentional tone for your day. Now, let's bring this journey full circle, focusing on the transformative power of affirmations and the ripple effect of a purposeful morning routine. Picture this. You stand in the quiet of dawn, speaking words of courage to yourself, each syllable a step toward the person you're becoming. How do you make these small moments echo through your entire day? Let's dive into how affirmations and a disciplined morning routine, rooted in Stoic wisdom, can shape not just your mornings, but your life, with clarity, strength, and presence. Affirmations. Speaking your future into existence. Imagine standing in front of a mirror, the morning still soft and silent, as you take a deep breath and say, I am capable of facing today's challenges with calm and courage. Your voice might waver at first. The words might feel unfamiliar, but something shifts inside you. It's like planting a seed in fertile soil, each word of confidence, resolve, or peace takes root, growing stronger with every repetition. Why does this matter? Because, as Seneca wisely said, we become brave by doing brave acts. Confidence doesn't come before the words, it's born through them. You don't wait to feel confident to speak confidently, you speak it. Especially when it feels hard. And slowly, you become it. Affirmations aren't just positive thinking, they're a daily practice of bravery. A way to rewrite the internal script that doubt and fear try to write for you. Picture that inner critic, the one that whispers doubts before your feet even touch the floor. Now imagine countering it with a simple, sincere statement. Today, I choose clarity over chaos. Even if your voice shakes, even if it feels awkward, say it anyway. You're not speaking for who you are now, you're speaking for the person you're becoming. Your brain is always listening, and those words, spoken with intention, become a quiet force, reinforcing belief and drowning out doubt. Carl Jung understood the power of language, noting that words are alive with a will of their own. When you speak confidence aloud, you're not just making noise, you're calling strength to life, shaping your thoughts, your actions, your identity. This practice takes mere seconds but ripples outward, influencing how you speak, act, and show up throughout the day. Imagine walking into a tough meeting or a challenging conversation, carrying the echo of your morning affirmation. I control how I respond. That simple sentence becomes a shield, helping you stay steady when life tries to pull you off course. It's not about perfection or shouting cliches, it's about sincerity, about choosing words that feel true and speaking them with purpose. Why let doubt set the tone for your day when you can choose courage instead? Each affirmation is a small act of defiance, a declaration that you're in charge of your inner world. The power of your morning, a ripple effect. Now, let's zoom out and see the bigger picture. Every practice we've explored, waking early, drinking water, making your bed, moving your body, journaling, setting goals, feeding your mind, visualizing success, practicing gratitude, reflecting on Stoic wisdom, stepping outside, nourishing your body, and speaking affirmations, is a small decision, a quiet moment of intention. But together, they create a morning routine that's more than the sum of its parts. It's a daily ritual of strength, clarity, and peace, not something you find, but something you practice. How you begin your day is how you live your life. And these Stoic-inspired habits are the building blocks of a life lived with purpose. Think of your morning as the foundation of a house. Each small habit is a brick, carefully placed, creating a structure that can withstand life's storms. You don't need to control the entire day, you just need to own your morning. Picture the ripple effect. A glass of water sharpens your focus. A made bed sparks discipline. A few minutes outside grounds you. And an affirmation steadies your heart. These choices echo through your day, shaping how you handle challenges, connect with others, and pursue your goals. The Stoics knew this secret. Marcus Aurelius didn't chase perfection, he trained for presence, starting each day with deliberate acts that aligned him with his values. Why not do the same? This routine isn't about overhauling your life overnight. Start small. Pick 1 or 2 habits and build from there. Maybe you begin with a glass of water and a single affirmation. I am enough for today. As these practices become part of you, they transform not just your mornings, but your mindset, your relationships, your entire life. You're not just going through the motions, you're crafting a legacy of resilience and intention. One morning at a time. Isn't that the kind of life worth building? Your morning, your journey. Affirmations and a disciplined morning routine are the final pieces of our Stoic-inspired journey. Turning your mornings into a powerful act of self-creation. Speaking words of courage shapes your inner world, while each small habit builds a foundation for a life of clarity and strength. Tomorrow, try this. After your morning rituals, pause to say one affirmation aloud. Something true and grounding. Let it sink in, then carry it with you. Ask yourself, who do I want to become today? If this message sparked something inside you, there's another video waiting on the screen right now to take you deeper. Something tells me it's exactly what you need next. Thank you for joining us at Stoic Journal, where we don't chase perfection, we train for presence. Until next time, stay steady, stay grounded, and keep walking the quiet path forward.